Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Reynolds, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 370. Joining me, as always, Daniel Neveroli.
What's up, gamers? It's not 370, it's 360, it's 269.
Yeah.
We're not even in 3.
Oh, yeah. Two.
Yeah, it's 269.
Whatever. I'll throw it off. 269, eh?
Yeah, you're in the future.
Daniel, how you doing?
I'm alright.
Here we are. Post Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. We finally made it.
We did?
Finally. Through what feels like years.
There's only been, like, what, a month? Or a month and a half or something?
When did they announce that they were...
Yeah, when was that
April 2nd
initial
date?
trailer? We talked
Was
about
there like a... No, yeah, because there was the initial reveal of the thing in January?
Okay, yeah, it was the end. So it was like...
It has been a little while.
2.5 months, actually?
This year
like
flying by. Jesus Christ, it's already April.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're in April now.
Yeah, fucking crazy. All right, well, here we are. Switch 2. It's upon us. We've done it. We've seen it.
And we've already seen it.
Yeah, I guess we have. I guess people are going hands-on, like, right now, or they did yesterday, and there's, like, previews coming out right now.
Well, they're also doing, like, the treehouse stuff today and tomorrow. So, like, people are getting hands-on, and they're doing, like, those big streams. People are playing the games.
Are they in an actual treehouse? Is that what that is?
I think at times they, like, made it look like that.
Like an
They're,
actual
like,
treehouse?
Yeah, but I think it's just more of a name. You kinda, like, hang out with your friends and stuff. I think that's kinda what they're going for, but...
It's like Reggie and fucking... What's the Zelda creator guy? What's his name?
Oh,
Miyamoto, and they're like in the treehouse, but it's like that episode of Drake and Josh where Drake forgot to saw the door out, so they could. You don't remember that episode?
I did not watch that with Drake and Josh.
Oh, there's an episode of Drake and Josh where they're building a treehouse and they like pull up the wall on the treehouse and like nail in the wall, but Drake forgot to saw out a door of the treehouse, so they get stuck inside like just a wooden box in a tree. Yeah. But yeah, it's like that with Miyamoto and Reggie. Not enough Reggie at this direct. I know he doesn't work there anymore, but
I was just gonna say he's just not even part of
use some more Reggie.
I mean, like I think we all miss Reggie.
Not even a little Doug Bowser sprinkled in there.
No, he doesn't. He's not a Reggie type.
He don't fuck around, do he?
I feel like we just get less of that type of like executive, like Reggie, he definitely broke the mold for that, and then like we get like a Phil Spencer or something that like is a little more outspoken, but he's not Reggie,
Doug Bowser though, you were meant for it with that last name,
Very
doing
true.
all kinds of shenanigans.
What about Gary Bowser? Was that the dude that like Nintendo sued and like went to prison and stuff?
There was a guy named Gary Bowser.
Yeah. Yeah, what did he do? He like... It was something with like...
Kidnap a princess.
I forget what he did. Like Nintendo had sued him, and then like he went to jail.
Was he in the same jail cell as the Sonic guy?
Eugene Naka, dude. Oh my god. He got caught twice. Insane.
That guy, what a fucking legend, man. Can we give him another studio, someone, somewhere? Just let him make more shit.
We need him to make Balan Wonderworld 2.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We do need that. I suppose he should have got like a double life sentence though for making Sonic. So it's like,
I mean,
he probably shouldn't even be out.
I'm not a pro death penalty guy, but hey,
in that case, it's like
he made Sonic.
I don't know. He's getting off a little easy with the death penalty, if I'm being honest.
Then what do you want to unmake him?
Yeah, like, does this man not deserve to be tortured?
Jesus.
He made Sonic. Can't let that slide. We
I
can't
know.
let that slide. Daniel, it's been another busy week in the world of video games.
Yeah, it's been a very busy week.
Sure fucking has, man. It sure fucking has.
A new console. Busy.
All right, let's get into it then. Daniel, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct has officially happened, and thus the Nintendo Switch 2 has been officially announced. And we've got a slew of games to talk about with it. We got price, we got specs, we got everything you want, release date.
Yeah.
It's all here. It's all here. Game's all here. All right, cool. Let's go from the top then. We turn our lawful eye into the great website ProPlay.gg. Daniel.
Your favorite website.
My favorite website. I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, all right, come on, someone give me a direct that's in order that has all the details. Yada yada yada. IGN, nope. Polygon, nope. Kotaku, nope. All these websites, fucking trash, trash, dude. Like, it's just, why do you guys think
No
I
wonder why
only
people
want to?
yeah.
Well, it's just like they think like you only want to read about the big things, right? So we'll put fucking Mario Kart at the top, Donkey Kong, Switch 2 price. That's it. That's the article. No, guys, I want the whole fucking thing. Give me everything. The whole thing.
A nice recap of the direct, yeah.
I could see maybe normal people just want the big details, but like, I want the whole thing, guys. Give it all. Anyways, Daniel, I suppose we'll start. Let's start with specs and everything, price, release date, all that,
Sure.
and then we'll get into the games. So, Nintendo Switch 2 will officially launch on June 5th, 2025. It will cost $450 United States, and there's a Mario Kart bundle for $500. You can stop there for now, Daniel. How you feeling about the price? I suppose I should ask first. How did you feel about the direct, just in general, just high level thoughts?
Sure, yeah. Let's give high level thoughts. I think it was a very good direct. I am definitely lower, like kind of seeing how people were reacting to the direct. I'm like, I don't think it was particularly special. I think they've had much better directs. Um, I think what we always talk about these things are usually way too long. And I get that again, this one was just way too long. Like, yeah, they kind of packed in a decent amount of stuff, but like, I don't know. It was too long for me, for what was actually here. So I think it's a very good direct. They gave surprises that I wasn't really expecting. Um, some games that we got to see a lot more. Um, yeah, I guess without getting too much into the detail, like I think that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not sure how you feel though.
Yeah, I really liked it. I think these ones are always really difficult because you got to go over the console and you got to go over
Yeah,
all the little details in that console, and those aren't necessarily the most fun things. I'm not necessarily like watching a direct to get it
it's
on.
not just games.
Right,
Yeah,
I'd rather just like read about the console specs and all that type of shit rather than have someone tell me about it for 20 minutes, you know? So I think it's a little weird and a little hard to do there, but I think they did a good enough job with it.
yeah,
In their own Nintendo way, right? Still somewhat confusing. Still didn't give us all the details, right? Obviously a lot of details then come out immediately after the direct, which I
mhm,
thought was like a little weird. A lot of those details probably should have been in the direct, like the price and whatnot, but I mean, we'll talk about it. We can obviously see why they didn't want to put that type of stuff in
yeah.
the direct, right? But as far as games go, yeah, I thought it was phenomenal on the game side. I'm like, oh shit, everything here. I'm like, this is awesome. Big new titles, hype new titles. Yeah,
Smaller indies and
smaller
all kinds of
indies.
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, even like the indies that were there, it's like the big name indies. You know, like it's not
Hades 2.
right.
We'll get
Hades
to them.
2, the
Yeah,
Undertale guy with his thing, right? It's like those are
yeah.
big name indies. Those aren't even like your regular run of the mill indies. So yeah, and on the game side, I thought it was phenomenal. The other side, a little less so, but they did what they had to do, and I had a good time.
Yeah. How'd you feel about the length for you? I know I'm always
Uh,
a stickler for length, but
I thought it,
those things.
I thought it went by pretty quick, honestly.
Mhm.
It's like yeah, there's a bit of a lull there when they're just discussing the stuff about the console, but when you get into the whole party chat system and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, when the games are flowing, I'm having a great time. I didn't even really notice how long it was going.
That's fair.
All right, yeah. So, like we said, June 5th, 2025, coming out 450, 500 for the bundle with Mario Kart. Are you surprised by the price?
Not surprised. It's more expensive than I thought it was gonna be. Not by a lot. I mean, I was expecting a $400 console. I was hoping it'd be like 350 personally. I know that's probably much lower than like most people were expecting. I wanted it to at least be around there. I think that it's for as powerful as it is. I thought that they would try to cut the cost, but that's not what Nintendo does. They always want to make money even on the console. So I think the price makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think I thought four, but
Yeah.
tack on an extra 50 there just because inflation and everything and the way the world is now. That doesn't surprise me at all. The game price surprises me. I mean,
We'll
there's
get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, I guess. I mean, we talk about it real quick without getting into details on the actual game. Mario Kart's gonna cost 80, and then it seems like everything else is going up to 70. I'm more interested in like what the tactic is
That's
here
all
and like
digital.
how we go. Yeah, and the physical version of Mario Kart will cost 90. So Nintendo first one's pulled the trigger on going above 70 now. On
We haven't
Mario
even been at
Kart.
70 for very long.
Yeah, so I'm curious what the strategy is there. I mean, how do you feel about that? That we could potentially be seeing more $80 games.
I don't like it. Um, I mean, as like a for me in Switch, I don't really buy that many digital Switch stuff. Like on my thing back here, you could see like all my Switch games are physical. Like that's just I usually get physical Switch games, at least the exclusives. Maybe a couple indies I'd buy digital. Um, and it's like I was hoping to be able to continue that. Like I'm cool with just the cartridge. Even as much I do digital on my other consoles, but I just don't want to have to buy an SD card, and Nintendo's very weird with library transfers and stuff. So spending an extra $10 just to get it physical, I don't know about that. Plus the whole like game whatever card I don't know if you saw that, where like
Yeah,
some of them are not even fully on the card, and it's like that's getting muddy. So I don't like that either. So then why maybe I'll just go digital with Switch 2? I'm not sure.
yeah, it's interesting, man, because I wonder what makes them think that this one is worth 80. Is it just because people will buy it? You know, like is it just because it's Mario Kart and
Mm.
people will buy it? Is that why? Like, what makes Mario Kart World 80 but not Donkey Kong Bonanza 80? It's
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
why? What
The
do you mean?
sales.
Just the sales of that? Yeah. So just because people will buy it, see,
Yeah.
that's a curious choice to me. It's also very curious to me that they would go 90 physical or whatever, $10 more physical. So I suppose what will Donkey Kong be 80 physical?
You would assume that every game they are setting a precedence that
Just
every game would
ten
be
dollars
$10 more.
more on the physical
Yeah.
version. That's interesting to me, especially in Nintendo's case, because I'd imagine Nintendo's probably the number one physical platform out there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Easily.
gotta be right.
Yeah, I
I'd
would
imagine that's not even close. Like
yeah, no.
I wouldn't be surprised if like 50% of Nintendo games are physical still.
I mean, look, we see like they don't even talk about their digital sales, right? And
Right.
like how are they all over the charts?
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
Even
mean?
in Circana, right? Yeah.
Yeah, even when we go through Sakana stuff, it's like they're all over on that top 20, and that's all physical
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah, it just
That's not
surprises me
including
that
digital.
Nintendo would be the first ones to make this move when they probably rely more on physical media than anyone in the games industry right now.
I think they're just trying to future proof getting people used to spending this much,
Yeah.
and things are just going up everywhere
Well, it's just like
and
I don't.
everything.
Does Nintendo realize what they might have done here? Like, you guys might have opened the floodgates to have people be more willing to fluctuate prices on a lot of things now. Before yesterday, I thought GTA 6 would cost $70. I don't think GTA 6 is costing $70 anymore. You know,
That's rough to say because I don't know if
tough
we
to say,
know.
different
I think
company, but like I think they're gonna see this and be like, oh, well, someone else just did it. Let's pull the trigger,
yeah.
guys.
I think there's with GTA in particular. Like I don't want to talk about GTA too much, but GTA in particular, I think they they have the ability to do that, and people would still buy it because it's GTA. I don't know if they will. This might sound naive. I don't know if they will. I think they might just do like a wide range, kind of how we were seeing for a while, where like, oh, you have the normal bundle, then you have like you get a little extra stuff, and then you have like three different versions of the game. I think they'll probably do something like that. Um,
Oh, they'll 100% do that, but everyone does that, you know? That's
yeah,
like
I
every
think
game now.
that's yeah, I think it seems to be like just the standard now is to have like three versions. I don't know if they would do a base version
Not
that's
only that, it's so surprising that those versions sell. And I know I'm saying that when I'm the one that buys those, but Like it's you look on the PlayStation store. PlayStation, when you go on their pre-order page, it shows which games are like the most pre-ordered. So like at the top is the most pre-ordered, and it's always the other version. It's always like the $90 version that's the most pre-ordered or whatever. And I know that's just pre-orders and that doesn't count for all the sales and all that, but it just shows that like, oh, people are willing to spend more just to get very little. And
yeah, I just don't know if GTA would have a base version that's $100. That doesn't, as much as they could probably get away with it, I don't know if they will.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd go all the way to 100.
Yeah,
but I see it being 80 now, honestly. If I had to guess,
maybe.
But maybe they do pull the trigger and just go all the way 100. Like I bet PlayStation's looking at that. Ghost of Yotze, I would question if that's going to cost 70. At this point.
You think this quickly?
Yeah, I don't know. That would be the one question, right? It's like Death Stranding's coming out. That's still 70, so it's like okay. But maybe I mean
next year.
That's a quick thing to change, especially before pre-orders go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
like they haven't put a price on it yet. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's interesting, man. But yeah,
I would look more forward, or look more for that next year. Like we get like a good chunk of like Nintendo games that are already kind of fluctuated in price, and then maybe a few others do that too. But next year is the year I'd be like, what are people doing?
Yeah, I wonder what Nintendo's tactic will be with this then moving forward. I think like maybe one a year they'll try to do for.
And do you think they're going to
70?
go the whole scale? Do you think they go 70, 80, and 90? Like they'll spread it out? Like
yeah, I don't know.
like
I don't know if you can do another
like a WarioWare would be
on like
70.
another regular digital game. Like if fucking 3D Mario comes out next year or whatever. I don't know if you can then go, hey, this one's 90 digital. I don't know if you could do that.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. Do you think they'll still fluctuate with like WarioWare is a $70 game, and then Mario 3D, the next 3D Mario's
I mean, they already kind of
game?
are, right? With Donkey Kong being 70,
Okay,
and then the Mario Kart's 80. So yeah, I don't
What's
know.
Prime?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd imagine Prime on Switch 1 will be 60, but then the Switch 2 version will be 70, maybe that's 80.
But then Tears was 70 on Switch 1.
Yeah, but did you see the Switch 2 version? It's 80. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. The Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom version, Switch 2 versions are 80.
Man, I just don't like any of this prices.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't like that I just don't like that we don't have a set price now either.
Yes.
That you guys are going like, because it was just Nintendo, this was your gen to go 70 for everything, And that I would have been fine with. I was expecting that, right? But now you guys want an extra 10, and it's just like, you guys are fucking up
if
everything.
Not 20.
Dude. Right, if not 20. More physical, so. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I understand people's gripes with it. It sucks, but I mean, shit, man. What are you gonna do if you want to play these games and you want to play them? I mean, shit. If you want to play these games from Nintendo at all, you're paying fucking 80, right? Because they don't drop in price. So it's like, it's not even really like you could just hold out a few years. Not really. I mean, you might get lucky and find a sale eventually, but
sometimes they do. It's very rare.
It's very rare, right? Exactly. So yeah, it's even the holdout tactic for Mario Kart. That's not necessarily gonna work.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm curious to see how much of a hit this goes to their games. Like they do sell so much. So
I'm curious if the negative reception to Switch 2 has any impact on actual sales.
Yeah, me too.
Because the internet's not happy, but that's the internet. It's what's the actual casual audience? What are they gonna actually think of this? I suppose it'll be a while before we find that out, but. Like, what does Mario Kart sell now? It's does someone picking up a Switch 2 always buy Mario Kart still? I'd imagine yes, but
especially with it launching.
Yeah,
and then leading up to Black Friday, like I'd probably say so.
Yeah, I'd guess so too. All right, well, now that the negative stuff's out of the way, let's get back into the actual Switch 2. Okay, so I guess we'll start off with some of the other things that went into the console. So they showed us what the C button finally does. It's for game chat, Daniel, and this will be like a party system, just like Discord. Where you can
looks just like
you can set up. You can buy this little fucking camera. It looks like the light bulb from the Pixar animated logo.
Oh no!
He jumps on the fucking thing. Yeah, you can buy like a little webcam and you can talk to your friends now on video chat. through their little party system, and they have a built-in mic in the controller now, I guess, so you can talk that way. And then there's a headphone. Is there a headphone jack on the Joy-Cons? Do we know that? Because I know there is one on the Pro controller
No,
now.
it's on the controller, and then the
Okay, it's on the
mic is
controller.
built onto the Switch itself.
Oh, interesting.
Not on the
You would think
Joy-Cons.
there would also be a headphone jack into the Joy-Con.
Well, it's on the actual Switch part, not the Joy-Con part.
It's on the dock?
No, on the Switch. I'm assuming there's a headphone jack on
Oh,
the Switch.
like on the... Oh, so you'd have to be playing handheld? Okay, gotcha.
Or no, because like the one kid had it and he was just playing, and he was just talking to his Switch. And they was saying that it would pick up your voice.
Interesting.
Even in your living room.
And then you'd hear them out your TV?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how they were playing. None of them had headphones.
We found out what the mysterious C button does. How you feeling about this?
I'm never going to use it. A lot of them had their phones. Guess what? You could just download Discord on your phone, and it's just going to be a better experience.
Just immediately what comes to mind, right? It's just like, why?
You want to know what's crazy? And I'm sure you didn't even think about this. That button is a paid button. You have to pay to be able to use that button.
What do you mean?
Because you have to have the Switch Online service to be voice chatting with people online. So you cannot use that button. I think it was like the first until March of next year. They were like having online for free for everyone. But once that's done, you're going to have to pay online to be able to use a button that's on your console.
Mm-hmm. The give me money button.
The give me money button. Yeah. That's what the C stands for. Give me money. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It seems cool. The camera seemed cool with like integration into some of the games. I thought that was fun. It reminded me of the like iToy stuff, or is that what it was called?
Yeah, iToy, yeah.
iToy, or like Connect and that kind of stuff. I think that's fun. It's definitely for the casual audience, and like
I don't even.
We're not going to use that.
But like, I don't even think kids like they know what Discord is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like that was the argument I saw brought up for this. Is like, oh, well, what you're not thinking of kids, and it's like, no, like I'm thinking of kids. You mean all the fucking 5-year-olds running around with a smartphone in their pocket that know way more about it than I do? Yeah, like those kids are not ever gonna fucking use this. So it's just, I don't know. It just really is a completely useless thing.
I think there's an audience for it. It's probably very small, but
the funniest part to me was the other people's games running at like 12 frames per second.
On like
the small square. On like the small square. It's like, all right, whatever. It feels like an idea from the past. It does feel like an Xbox One launch thing. Like this is an idea that's 10 years too old. So I get it. I mean, good on them for trying something with the whole party system. They did need to upgrade that in some way and figure out something here. So, okay, fine. I get it. Hopefully, the party system without like using a webcam just works just fine.
I was just gonna say, hopefully that like all the audio and all that's all good. If that's fine, who really cares about the other stuff?
Right, exactly. It's
like, I hope
who cares then? We don't need the webcam and all that shit anyway.
They showed like 3 different versions of like how that looks. I hope that they can like, you could just pop and it's a full screen and you could just hear people. They didn't show that. They showed like the bar on the bottom. They showed the bar bigger and the game smaller. And then I think there was one other like look that they showed.
Showed like you in front of the game.
Yeah.
Then
like a you in front of the game.
You type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, not actually, but
so I hope that you can like full screen your own game and just like maybe have like little icons in the corner that pop up when somebody's talking. I hope that's like an option.
Yeah, you better be able to just use it just like an Xbox Live party where it's just like audio only and like I don't want to see anything on my screen.
They just weren't showing that, so I don't know. It's Nintendo.
No, yeah, and they are time constraint with the Direct and all that, but yeah, it's weird, but whatever. Weird, funny Nintendo decisions. Continuing on then, we also got the new Pro controller. Got a new look at that. They got back buttons built into it, Daniel.
Didn't really want the back buttons, but hey,
I've never used back buttons, so this will actually give me an opportunity to actually like use back buttons and see if it's something
with my Elite
like.
Controller, I took the paddles off.
Oh,
I kind of more just like the weight and stuff, but like I there's definitely room for back paddles.
I like that they're built in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I
I like that
wonder
a lot more
it
than
being in the
having the
bottom,
weird thing.
I wonder if those will get, like, stuck easier because it like, the sweat from your
Mm,
hand. The other ones are more
sure.
paddles, so it's a little different than, like, a button you're pushing in.
Get kinda lodged in there over time.
Getting lodged in there,
Yeah,
yeah. Like, I'm curious about that for,
if
like,
there's any
long
problems with that.
term.
Yeah.
And I wanna know, like, feel, because like, I've told you with, like, when you have paddles, you kinda have to, like, hold the controller differently to be able to, like, use the paddles.
Right, yeah, to
So
be
it's
able to,
like
like,
where
strike those
you
at a moment's notice. Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, when you have, like, paddles in the back, you kinda have to, like, hold out more and then,
Yeah.
like, be able to, like, use the paddles. So, like, I hold a controller like that, you know? So I kinda have to would rework how I hold a controller to be able to use the paddles. So, I wonder how that feels with the buttons being, like, right here, built in, or where is it? Is it, like, towards the middle, maybe?
Yeah, I
I
think you
forget.
kinda got it, yeah.
It's, like, right there?
Yeah, because it's
Yeah, I
almost,
wonder
like,
how
curved in, you know?
yeah, so I guess you use, like, your middle finger or your ring finger to do it? Hmm. Yeah, I wonder just how that
Yeah, that is
feels.
interesting.
Is it in the way, you know? Do I have to hold it differently, you
Yeah.
know? I'm curious because like, it looks great. I love the Pro Controller. I talk about that's such a great controller. The only problem I have with it is the triggers are a little mushy. They're not they're not like nice triggers.
Yeah.
That's like the only problem with it, but the battery's great. So I'm sure the battery's gonna be great here. It having a jack built in, that's awesome. I wish it was in the other controller too.
Yeah. The other one will be, compatible too with Switch One, I
Yeah,
saw,
that's
so,
nice.
yeah, that's nice
Yeah.
too, yeah, but,
So I have
I'm
2 Pro
definitely
controllers already.
I'm gonna pick up one of the newer ones as well, so
Yeah, I think I will too at some point.
yeah, it just looks like a nice controller too, and I really like like you were saying, I like the Pro Controller a lot too for Switch One.
Mhm.
So yeah, I definitely want to pick up one of these as well. $80 too, I think is a fair price for the Pro Controller. I saw
That's
some people
about what
complaining
controllers
about that,
are.
but I thought that was a fair price. I'm fine with
70 to
that.
80, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, that's I think the Joy-Cons are more, so it's like,
yeah.
hey, the
And then
Joy-Cons are 90, I'm pretty sure.
last thing before we get into the games, they announced Nintendo GameCube will be coming to Nintendo Switch
Hey,
Online.
we predicted that one for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, it'll be coming
We talked about that
day
last
one, so June 5th as well. Not coming to Switch
Mhm.
One, so but Switch Two. This will be a Switch Two exclusive thing. You can play GameCube
Yeah,
games. Finally, Sims can play Wind Waker, and he can shut the
finally.
fuck up about it.
It's not the version he wants
Remember when
probably,
he was
but
like
hey.
dead serious when we asked what his game of the year will be this year, and he goes Wind Waker.
Oh my god. Why did you ask him?
Yeah, at the end of our game of the year episode, he goes Wind
I don't
Waker.
remember. I don't even remember. Insane. He's an insane man.
Yeah, ridiculous human being. Yeah, I will play Wind Waker finally.
Yeah, me too. It's not the
Yeah,
version I wanna play, but, you
no, yeah,
know,
I would have preferred the HD version too. Yeah,
yeah.
we can talk about that a little bit. Any disappointment there? No, it doesn't seem like we'll ever get that HD version on Switch.
It's
I'm okay
odd.
with it. I'll play it through GameCube. It's fine, but it is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is like the one big Wii U game that never got ported now,
Same
right?
with Twilight Princess, right? Like, but or I guess
Was
maybe
that on
Nintendo
Wii U?
Land.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had the both HD versions, and then
Oh,
it's
that
like
was like a
Nintendo
pack.
Land.
Oh, that's why it's always rumored there'll be a pack. Okay, gotcha.
Yes. Uh, yeah, I think this is odd because they also just recently did, um, what is it? A Thousand Year Door as like a remaster,
Yeah,
and Metroid Prime.
yeah,
It's like those were two of GameCube's like biggest critical successes. I don't remember how they sold, but like, are they gonna have the old version of both of those games and still have like that new version playable, you know?
yeah.
So if they do that, then I could see them easily doing Twilight
Well,
Princess
they're gonna
and Wind
have to
Waker.
now, right? It's backwards compatible. It's not like they can fucking take away
Right.
the new versions, you know?
So would they still want to be able to would they still put the
Put the
purchasable
old
version
versions
that
out
goes
there.
HD and
Yeah.
then
I'd
you
imagine
know
eventually, when you get into like we're just putting random shit on there now. Eventually why not? Even though there already is versions you can play on Switch of those games, why not also have the old versions on there
so
at
then why
some
not
point?
put the 2 Zelda games as well, you know? Like, if
Yeah.
Wind Waker is gonna be playable, the old version, I think that's what I think would be really nice is, like, yeah, you get to experience this new HD version, you know, like, on your Switch 2 or whatever. That's cool, but if, like, it's a little off and you still kinda wanna play that original version, here it is. It's still playable. Like, being able to choose one, so it'd be really nice if they did put that HD version on Switch 2.
Yeah. Maybe eventually. I'm hoping this is how I can play Metroid Prime 2 and 3.
Well, those are Wii games.
Those are Wii games, both of those?
Those are Wii games,
Really? Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
That's why you got that Wii
Yeah,
trilogy.
I remember that trilogy. I always thought they were like GameCube games, and then that was just
No.
okay. Well, whatever. Fuck me, I guess. Just they're not playing Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Fuck you, got
you're still not.
Yeah. Anything else you want to come there? I mean, obviously Melee would be the biggest one, right?
Melee is the big one.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem is if that port's not good, people are going to be very upset.
Yeah, be pissed off then.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Double Dash.
Double Dash, yeah, Double Dash be a big one. What else big on
Sunshine
GameCube?
was there. They showed that.
Yeah. I feel like
they showed
I can play Sunshine
Coliseum
on that 3D thing.
F-Zero's one I wanted to play. It's
Yeah.
cool that they showed that one off. What are the really big ones? Luigi's Mansion they showed. Which is nice. Get to be able to play that original one. They already have 2 and 3, right? So
I wonder what the holdup would be with Melee, or like how long they hold off with Melee.
It's the community.
They also hold off. I mean, they haven't done the Pokemon games on Game Boy yet, like the old ones, you know. And it's like that's obviously the biggest ones on those, you know. And it's just like, what's the holdup on pulling the trigger on your biggest titles for those?
Yeah, they do all the side stuff. They do like the Pokemon Puzzle League. They do like Snap. They've done
like you'd think Melee would have been the first game they'd show on that instead of Wind Waker, and like here's the big deal. Like here's Melee, you know. But for whatever
why was
reason,
it
they
Wind
kind of
Waker?
hold off on that. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Or even Sunshine, you know, like why not show that?
Right.
Like, it's an interesting choice.
Yeah, I just wonder what the holdup would be, or why
it must be that community
hold up at all. You know
how loud they are. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's that hardcore Melee audience. But all right, I'm very excited to see more GameCube games there. I never owned that console, so it's just like one I completely skipped out on.
They got the controller too?
Yeah, that wireless controller you can also buy.
Bluetooth.
Nice. Yeah.
There's Rumble in it.
People love that controller, man.
Yeah.
It's really just for Melee, I believe, right? Like that's what the love is for it.
I mean, kart. It's good for kart.
I know people like hardcore Smash players are like, oh, I gotta play with a GameCube controller, right? Yeah.
I definitely broke myself away from it and started like using the Pro controller.
Yeah.
It's like just using it for everything instead of like always having to pull out the GameCube controller for it. But yeah, it's good for kart as well. But yeah, you're right. It is for Smash, really.
All right, cool. Let's get into the games then. First game they showed off, Mario Kart World. This is now an open world Mario game, Daniel. Mario Kart game coming out on
at least an open world mode,
2025. Yeah, it seems like a very big step up for Mario Kart. We're doing like this whole connected world thing where you can like drive to the separate race and stuff like that. And then there's like a free roam mode. Some other details are coming out today with people getting hands on. Daniel, this looks awesome.
Yeah, it does. Looks great. They show like grinding a lot more. They show like wall bouncing in some
wall running
sections.
On the cart.
Insane.
Like, let's go. Where's the grappling?
Yeah. Oh no, that could be a cool like item, like a grapple hook item. Yeah, they showed new items as well. A lot of new courses. They show a new racers or whatever you want to call them, like the cow or whatever.
A lot of
new characters.
Getting in deep in the Mario bag with these characters.
That's interesting you said that, because there's no characters outside of the Mario universe. Just to launch with 9. It's just there's no Link, there's none of them. It is just Mario characters, which is interesting because I just kind of switched to Link for 8, you know. Like I was always either Yoshi or Peach. So I guess I got to go back to Yoshi or Peach.
I think we'll get like DLC packs that'll be
for sure
themed around the other Nintendo characters, you know. If I had to guess, I think that's the route they'll go here. I mean, this is essentially going to be the everlasting Mario Kart game, I'd imagine. Like, I think the entire Switch 2 life cycle will be getting DLC for this game, if I had to guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there won't be another one on this generation.
Right.
Of hardware. They're going to just let it run, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought it looked awesome, man. I am getting a lot of Crash Team Racing vibes. I know everyone's shouting out Forza Horizon. I'm like, this is Crash Team Racing, brother. It's exactly Crash Team Racing.
I don't have experience.
You drive to the fucking track there's side objectives, shit going on in the world that you can find, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's straight out Crash Team Racing, and I'm feeling it. So I really like that. I really like the look of it. The grinding on the rails and stuff like that is really cool to me. I think that's a fun little spin on it. And yeah, it's just cool to see like an upgraded version of Mario Kart, you know, seeing where we can go with this, what else we can do with the franchise, and make a whole world out of that. That sounds really exciting to me. And yeah, I love the 24 player things. I think the more chaotic and fun you can make this, the better, right? Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do with online and stuff like that. And yeah, I was a little worried with them only launching with Mario Kart, because I kind of felt like that wouldn't be like a good. I want something like meaty to dig into, you know. Like I love Mario Kart, don't get me wrong, but it's just like I'm gonna pop it in, you know, play a few tracks and then move on, go play something else. It wouldn't be
depends
like,
if you got those people you can keep playing with, you know.
right, yeah. It kind of does depend on all that, but like this seems like really meaty and something I can like really sink my teeth into for a long time and put like a lot of hours in without just like doing the same track over and over again and all that stuff. And like don't get
the
me
knockout
wrong,
mode.
yeah, the knockout mode is cool and all that. So yeah, I'm really into what they're doing here with Mario Kart. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I think I sent this to you. You're probably asleep or something this morning. I was like seeing even more stuff today, like footage and stuff today. I was like, man, I mean, this could be my game of the year. I could have been wrong. I mean, I didn't know that this game was even really was going to come out this year. But
Right, yeah.
when we did in our game of the year, we always do, uh, you know, what we think our game of the year for the next year is going to be. Yeah, this one, this might be up there.
What did you say originally?
GTA.
Oh, they beat that, brother.
You don't think so? We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like it looks phenomenal. I don't. Maybe if you're like super into, you know, the kart racing world, then I can see that. Sure. All right, moving on. Then they showed off Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, an interactive tour of the Switch 2 console that you can play. Was actually the thing I was most offended by, is that this costs money.
Yeah.
They want someone
Here
to
is
pay
a product
for this.
you bought, and we're gonna sell you another product to show how to use the product that you bought.
Wild.
Excuse me?
This better cost like $9.99 or whatever. You know, it's like
$1.
Nintendo's gonna have the audacity to charge like $80 for this.
The PS5 came with Astro's, or was it Astro's Playroom, a full game that also did some things.
Right, which you could put hours into. This looks like a tech demo that you could put 30 minutes into.
It has like mini games or something.
I don't know. It's such like a bundle game. Like, why the fuck would you? Who's gonna buy this? You know, it's I don't know. Whatever. It'll sell like 20 million copies.
It probably will, to be honest. The crazy thing is that it could have been like a slam dunk if it would have just came with it.
Yeah, like it could have been some like cute little thing we all just like discovered, you know, almost, you know, it's just like, oh, what's this little cute thing on our Switch that's already installed, you know, like Astrobot was, and we just all play it and we're like, oh, that was a cute little experience, you know.
Exactly.
But now it's a charge that I just want. How much does it cost? You know, I guess
that's a good point.
If it's like $5, okay, fine, whatever. But if it's like
even then
a full price game, yeah, I know what you mean. But if it's like $5, okay, I might fucking buy it if it's $5.
Sure,
you know.
Sure.
But like, I don't know, if this thing's like more than 10, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right, they then get into some Switch 2 editions of their games, so they are upgrading games. I'm still not fully sure how the upgrade process works. Maybe you can tell me more, or we could try to figure it out. So the first game they showed off then is Super Mario Party Jamboree, the Switch 2 edition. Updated game modes to include features brought to the Switch 2 with the game chat functions. That's just what this thing says. So yeah, we're getting Switch 2 versions of a lot of Switch 1 games. And it seems like you can upgrade through Nintendo Switch Online. Like, you just get them if you have Nintendo Switch Online?
I don't know anything about that. I didn't look into anything about the online aspect of it. What I know is when they started this, they said there are 3 different ways to play games on your Switch 2. There is Switch 2 games, there is Switch 1 games, and then there are Switch 1 games with Switch 2 enhancements. And you have to pay for those enhancements. I don't know if you have online, do you just get those enhancements? I don't know, but you will be able to play your Switch 1 games on your Switch 2. Some of those are going to get free updates where it doesn't even really matter. Um, and then some you have to pay for, like Jamboree or both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. You have to pay for those. Um, but then there are games, I guess, that are just going to launch on the Switch too, like Metroid Prime, that just have the enhancements already because it is a Switch 2 game. So yeah,
You might need
I don't know.
if you buy the Switch 1 version of Metroid Prime 4 and then you get a
Then
Switch
yeah,
2, I
yeah.
believe you have to pay. But it looks like in the case of Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, that is included in Nintendo Switch Online. So if you own those games and have Nintendo Switch Online, then you have the Switch 2 version of those games. But it looks
Hmm.
like it's just those games for now in Nintendo Switch Online.
So Mario Party, you still have to pay for.
I think I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like, according to this article, from Switch 2 enhanced games, upgrades seemingly will be $10.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. So, yeah, it looks like just for now, through Nintendo Switch Online, it's just Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. You can get upgraded if you own those games, and then everything else is a $10 upgrade, or you could just buy the Switch 2 version, obviously.
Hmm. Okay.
So, I think we're going with that for now. So, I mean, basically what we're used to with like PlayStation, right? It's the
And PlayStation charges what, $10
yeah, they
for
charge
the PS5
$10
upgrade?
for the PS5 upgrade, so it looks like we're along those lines. You know, I wonder if Tears and Breath of the Wild in particular would be 20. Because well, no, Tears did launch at 70, so I guess that would be 10. And then I wonder if Breath of the Wild would be 20 since they're charging 80 for both of those. Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah, weird theme with the
I'm getting
pricing.
weird with these prices. Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think they got Tears to run at 60 frames. Right? That's fucking awesome. Breath of the Wild running at 60 frames. No more janky ass what's the Cork Forest or whatever the fuck. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah, that place drops down to like 5 frames per second when you walk in there.
It's crazy.
So hopefully that's all fixed now. That's very cool. And yeah, it'll be fun to see them upgrade more and more of these games. Doesn't look like everything. I didn't see Odyssey yet, so looks
Some of
like
them seem
we're
like they're
holding
gonna
off
have
on a
free
few of
updates.
these. Okay.
Like it seemed like Odyssey might have just the free update.
Yeah, I think I saw
So it's not
Pokemon
gonna be
was a
much.
free one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which is
I think
good.
Scarlet and Violet's also like a free
Yeah.
graphical update and
Okay.
stuff or whatever. So I think unless they're gonna do some like big thing, then they might just do free versions, you know?
So it looks like it'll be a case by case basis with most of these
Yeah.
games, right? Okay. So
Or they'll just let your Switch 1 be playable and maybe it'll just play it at what it should be, you know?
yeah. Oh, that'd be nice. I don't know if that's what's happening. But
I mean,
we'll
I would
see.
hope it'd play at what the frame rate should be,
Yeah, I
you
don't
know?
know. Do we know? Like, do these games play better just on the Switch too?
You would assume so. If it doesn't, that'd be shocking.
Yeah. Yeah, you would hope, right? Okay. So then other games that are getting a Switch 2 version. Not all of these are launching day one, by the way. I'm just noticing that now. So, like Kirby and the Forgotten Land Switch 2 version, that's not till August 25th.
Okay.
So it looks
But you
like
still be able to play Kirby.
right, you could go back and play Kirby, but there's new stuff coming to Kirby. There's
Yeah,
like
Kirby has like a DLC or to it.
yeah, there's like a little bit of DLC with it too. So it looks like for now, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild are launching day one, so June 5th. Super Mario Jamboree is in July. Kirby's in August. And then yeah, we don't have dates yet. So yeah, okay. So for right now, the big ones are Mario Party, Breath of the Wild, Tears, and Kirby. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Mm.
Looks like we're getting nice Switch 2 versions of all those, so that'll be
Yeah.
nice. Play Kirby and the Forgotten Land if you haven't already. Game's awesome.
Great game.
We then got a new trailer for not a new trailer, but a new little snippet of Metroid Prime 4. Specifically the Switch 2 version. It'll run at 4K 60 on dock mode, and then 1080 with 120 frames, as well as HDR in handheld mode.
That's
Very
the one you got to
impressive.
be playing. Come on.
Very
Bro.
impressive, dude. 120? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I want to play. Yeah, I was pretty unimpressed by this in the we'll talk about it in a second, the Pokemon trailer. It's like we already got a trailer last week, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't really show that.
Yeah, it just seemed more like confirmation that there are Switch 2 versions of these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that seemed like what it was for.
Curious, no date on Prime 4 yet. I'm wondering where that's gonna end up landing.
I'm thinking August, September, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was
right
thinking too.
after
I could see
DK?
it being the August game because they're clearly doing the June.
The same thing they did with Switch.
Right. June Mario Kart. Next month Donkey Kong. What's August then? Thinking Metroid Prime.
Pokemon November.
Yeah. They'll probably rely on third party in the middle there. September, October. Get some third party games.
And then Kirby. We'll talk about.
Yeah. We'll get
that's
into
probably
that.
December.
Yeah, you're very right. December. They actually might be able to fill out August, September, October, November if they wanted to.
They have 4 big exclusives, so
yeah. Speaking of Pokemon Legends ZA Switch 2 version as well, enhanced resolution, higher FPS, all that stuff. So that's good, right? I know.
Yeah, people. That's where you want to play it, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we got Drag X Drive. Is this the wheelchair game?
Drag and. For some reason, they put an X there, but it's Drag and Drive.
Why is there an X?
Weird. I don't know.
Doesn't that mean versus?
Or cross? Yeah.
Cross. Yeah. Okay. This is the wheelchair game, right?
This is the mouse control game.
Yeah. We didn't mention that as well. There's also mouse controls for the.
They confirmed the mouse controls. Yeah.
How do you think that's gonna play?
I will never use that.
I was talking about this with a guy at work yesterday. I was like, I can't imagine that. Like, what are you gonna do? Sit on your couch and just like.
You have to have like a side table and put it in.
Yeah, and put it there. Yeah.
Or you do it on your lap.
I guess if you're a PC guy, maybe, but like, I can't imagine that feeling good. No. Yeah.
It's like you're like how you have to hold it. Like the stick being there too is in the way. I don't know. It seems like a nice gimmick.
You're right. The stick would be like that, right?
It's in the way.
Yeah.
Of like how you would want to hold it, because then you want the trigger to be the click. I don't know. It doesn't. It feels like an interesting gimmick. Like
it's a cool idea. Like it's cool that they were able to make that. Build that into the system. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, oh, okay, that's cool. It's not like I needed to buy like a separate mouse or some bullshit. It's like, oh, okay, that's just built into the system. It's like, that's a cool, cute little idea. I'm with you. I don't see myself ever using it.
Nintendo's the only one that's going to use this. So, like, they're showing it off with this game. The game seems a little generic, especially for like a new Nintendo IP that's like this. Like, I don't know. ARMS was, I thought, pretty generic, but ARMS has way more flair than this game does. So
that's exactly what I was thinking, dude. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. It's like ARMS was at least way more cute and like fun and had character to it than this.
Character was recognizable.
This is just was gray models of guys in a wheelchair, and it's just like, where's
see those fireworks thing?
Where's that like Nintendo charm? In this, it's just like this looked like a half-done game. It's like, okay, you guys gonna finish making this before you put it out?
Is this bundled with my console?
Right. It literally looks like one of those like gray screens that you'd see when they're like in development in a game. It's like here's the 3D models, but our art director hasn't gotten in here yet. It's just like I don't know. It looks so weird to me, but I mean, cute idea. Like that sounds kind of fun, but. Yeah, I don't know. Where's that Nintendo charm to it? That was my big question when I was watching that trailer.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like a cute game just to kind of show off the mouse mode, but hey, you know what else is gonna be able to show off the mouse mode? Metroid Prime.
Right.
So might as well probably better implemented in that game.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We then get into a lot of the third party stuff. First game they showed, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, coming out. TBA. There was no date or anything on that.
Probably this year, summertime. But Elden Ring's everywhere, so might as well put it on Switch too.
Yeah.
Not going to be the version
that
you
makes
really
a lot of
play,
sense.
But
yeah, I was expecting Elden Ring to be here. It just makes all the sense in the world. Why not? It already runs on Steam Deck and stuff, so it's like, okay, why wouldn't you guys do that? It's a great game, and I like Tarnished Edition. That's cool. It's a cool name. Then we got a new trailer for Hades 2. No date on that one yet. We still don't know. Do we know if this is like coming out this year?
They said early access this year, I think.
Okay.
So I feel like the full release will probably be next year. I feel like that early access will probably be by the end of the year. Because I think that's kind of how Hades 1 did, and then it kind of came out. I forget when the official release was in 2020. But they'll probably by the end of the year put that early access out, and you'll be able to play it on Switch 2.
Okay, cool. Then we got Street Fighter 6 launching with Switch 2. So June 5th,
awesome.
You can play Street Fighter 6 there. Cool. Split Fiction, also coming day one.
That's a good place to Switch 2, yeah.
EA Sports FC, Madden, Hogwarts Legacy. No dates on EA Sports FC or Madden as of yet, but Hogwarts Legacy will launch day and date, so June 5th as well. Switch 2 version for that. Then we got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3+4. Got a new little trailer there. Love to
Mm-hmm.
see it. Little tease of like a little
Little Easter egg or
SpongeBob
something. What
fucking
was
thing.
that?
That was cool. So like sometimes in Tony Hawk games, there's like these little like portal type things you could jump in, and it'll just be like it's not a whole level, but just like a little section of like something wacky. Like I remember in Underground there was like this like tiki you could jump through its mouth and you would like be teleported to hell.
So you
It's
think
just
when she jumped into
yeah, that's exactly what happened. When she jumped
the
into
life raft
the
thing,
life raft thing, yeah, you
the
get through
donut,
that
yeah.
circle. Yeah, she got teleported to a SpongeBob level. It's just like a cute little Easter egg thing with like some ramps there, and it's really cool that they got like a SpongeBob thing. That's fucking
Yeah, that's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Some people are saying it's like a whole SpongeBob level. It's not a whole
It
SpongeBob
didn't
level,
seem like
but
that from the trailer.
yeah, it's just like a little thing. So very cute though.
Mhm.
That game should be launching day and date. So July 11th with Switch 2. It just says summer 2025, so I don't know if the Switch 2 version will be like slightly delayed or whatever, but we do have a date
Yeah,
for that game
yeah.
already. Then we got Hitman World of Assassination coming out June 5th that same day, and then IO also teased their James Bond game, Daniel, which
Yeah, I thought this
is
was
like
an
the first
interesting
official
one.
teaser we've gotten for this game.
Since that first teaser, yeah.
Yeah,
Like, we have not seen this game in a few years. But it was interesting to have it at the Switch 2, like, I guess, official direct. I was expecting it where was it last?
I don't
Was that an
remember even
Xbox?
ever seeing anything. I just remember them saying that they're making a
No, it
James
was there
Bond
was
game.
a teaser
Was
or
there? Okay.
something.
I don't even remember
Yeah.
that.
Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there wasn't a teaser. I swear there was like a name teaser somewhere, but
Yeah, maybe you're right.
maybe
I don't
maybe it
remember
was
that.
just a
I remember them
picture.
announcing it like right after Hitman 3 came out, and they were saying they were working on a James Bond game. But yeah, I don't
Could have been
remember
that
anything
next
else.
year,
So it's been a while,
2022
but
maybe?
this game should be somewhat close, right? 2026 probably,
They
if I had
moved
to
pretty
guess.
quick. They
Yeah.
got like 2
What
studios there
year
at
was
IO.
that last Hitman game? Is that 22?
21.
21? Okay. So yeah, we should be nearing, I'd say 26, somewhere in there
Yeah, we might actually see it, like a teaser or
this year.
something, like
Yeah, get some
cinematic
gameplay
this
going
year,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like at like Summer Game Fest or something like that.
Yeah. So that's cool to see. Should be getting more of that soon. Then Bravely Default, Flying Fairy HD Remastered, coming out June 5th. Okay.
I'm not a Bradley Default
Me
player.
neither. You like this one? Yakuza 0 Director's Cut, coming out June 5th as well.
Why does it need a director's cut? They said
I'll
there's
tell
like
you
new
this
cutscenes and a
reason
new
why.
mode or something.
There's also English dub. Daniel, I might finally play Yakuza 0.
My favorite games of all time.
Might
Please.
finally play it. You give me
Just
some
for the
English
English.
dub? Okay. You piqued my curiosity
That's all.
here.
That's what you need.
Now put it on
To be
PlayStation
in
and I'll
English.
really play it, but
Yeah, well, that's a good question. Is this director's cut going to be anywhere else,
I
or is it
gotta
this like?
imagine, even if there is like an exclusive window, it'd just be weird to only keep it on Switch 2, right?
Yeah, and it's weird that they didn't announce any of the other Like a Dragon games. Like going, it was just like, here's the director's cut of 0. Like no
Kiwami
other.
1 just came, right?
Did it?
To
I don't.
Switch?
I
I
don't
think it
know.
did. I think it just. I know one of them just came to Switch 1, so
Hmm.
yeah. But maybe that performed really well, and they were like, "Hey, let's get going on a 0 thing." I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if Sega started putting them all on Switch too.
Yeah, that makes sense. Then we got Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment in development now, coming out in winter 2025.
Mhm.
Daniel, this one was surprising, I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of what they did with Age of Calamity being like a prequel to Breath of the Wild,
Yeah.
like this like a prequel to Tears. It's interesting. I don't really like the Muso games, but I think it's cool when they get IP like Zelda or Fire Emblem or whatever. Um, yeah,
Yeah, I
I
love
don't
the
know.
idea of just like being a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom. Like that's fucking
Yeah,
cool. And you play as Zelda, it looks like, so that's fun.
yeah, she's
You probably
one
play
of
as
the
a bunch of different
playables.
characters, but
Did they show that main dude? They show his like attacks and
that
stuff.
weird
I don't know.
kangaroo looking freak.
Yeah, whatever Zonai, or is that what they're called, right?
I don't remember their fucking names.
They're dead.
Yeah. So that's cool. That should be a big game this fall, I'd imagine, for them. I don't know how the last one sold, but yeah, it's cool that they do these.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's cool they like keep the same art style too and all that. It's like that's fun.
Mhm.
That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd imagine that'll be one of the bigger ones coming out later this year. Then we get back on more third-party things. Deltarune? Deltarune? How do we pronounce this one?
Deltarune? Yeah.
Deltarune. Okay. From the maker of Undertale. I don't know if it's all the chapters, but coming out June 5th as well. Is he like finally done with this thing? Is that what
Well, he's been like putting out chapters every once in a while or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know if the 4th chapter is kind of the end of the game. I don't think chapter 3 and 4 are out, or
Okay.
or maybe just chapter 4 is not out. I'm not sure. So it seems like he's now like maybe bundling it all together. You could just get Deltarune and it has a complete game now. Yeah, I remember this game being weirdly like released. It was like when he initially put out, it was like Deltarune Chapter 1, and then that was like years ago. He put it out on Switch and PC, I think. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, big deal. I know people love Undertale, and this
Yeah,
seems to be getting.
people love Deltarune as
Yeah,
well.
it seems like people really like, fuck with the first couple chapters of this, so hopefully it finishes up this year. Then we got a new trailer for Borderlands 4, also coming out to Switch 2 now.
Yeah,
Didn't give a date, so we don't know if it's like launch date, but
they're waiting for that state of play.
Well, we have the
That
date.
Borderlands state of play. Oh yeah, that's right. But
Yeah.
they are doing that like state of
Yeah,
play.
they are doing a state of play. I believe this month they're doing a state of play. So
Do they have a date for that?
I think they did. I think it was April something, if I remember correctly.
Hmm.
But yeah, so we should be getting more info on Borderlands 4.
That's right. It's like in September, the actual date, right?
Yeah.
End of September.
Yeah. Sometime in September. So
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. I'm not gonna play it on Switch too, but yeah,
yeah, it
very
will be
excited
there.
for
It will
Borderlands.
be there. Then some more ports: Civilization 7, June 5th, WWE 2K, NBA 2K, Survival Kids coming out June 5th. I don't
Weird
even.
looking game.
Yeah, that was that weird cartoonish one, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Enter the Gungeon 2. It's a new game,
That's
right?
exciting for people. Yeah,
Switch 2 port. No date on that one. Then we got Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition getting Switch 2 port come June 5th.
sure. I'd say don't play it on Switch too, but hey, it's cool that it's there.
It is there.
You know?
It is there if you want it. Final Fantasy
Mhm.
7 Remake Intergrade coming to Switch 2.
Yeah, that's
First time
awesome.
finally off PlayStation.
Yeah.
There you go, Square. Getting on Switch 2. No Switch 1 port for that one, so
Mhm.
Kinitsugami Path of the Goddess. Hell yeah. Coming out June
Yeah.
5th. Actually looked great too, running on that Switch too. At least in the direct, it looked great, like graphically. I was
Yeah,
like,
that game's
oh,
like
okay.
super stylish.
Yeah,
It definitely pops, so I could see it like staying pretty well on there.
and then Daniel, we get just the shortest snippet of Hollow Knight Silk Song coming out
Oh my
2025.
We're definitely gonna see that game at Xbox. This thing, that's where they're gonna have the date. I guess they needed to like Xbox doesn't have any other room for them right now, so I guess hey, here Nintendo, take it and like say it's coming out this year. I'm assuming we'll get a date, and I'm assuming it's gonna be like kind of early fall time,
Okay, I'm not
like
convinced on
August.
any of that.
Sure, me neither.
I think there's a possibility you just saw it and that's all you'll see from it until like next year.
And you think it'll be next year?
No, and then it'll come out in like 2028.
Oh my god.
Maybe. All right,
Game
so
doesn't exist.
they're saying 25, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. First snippet we've gotten of that game in years, so all right,
Mhm.
let's see Silk Song. Then we got Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar Nintendo Switch 2 edition coming out August 27th. A little farming.
We
game
saw that
for
last
you.
week. Yeah.
Goodnight Universe coming out sometime 2025. I don't even remember what that was. 2 Point Museum also coming to Switch 2. Wild Hearts S coming to Switch 2 July 25th. Witchbrook coming out winter 2025. I believe we also had a trailer for that last week. The other direct. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 coming out June 5th. Run Factory Guardians coming out June 5th. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. This is that cool looking beat 'em up, right?
Yeah, that was the beat 'em up from last week. Yeah.
Yep. Winter 2025. Star Wars Outlaws getting a Switch 2 port sometime in 2025. Where are we? Fast Fusion coming out June 5th. That one looked cool. Shadow Labyrinth, just that weird Pac-Man game, coming out July 18th. I believe we also got a date of that. What was this game? Raid U, that weird looking Atlas game. That's like a remastered. The Mystery of the Soulless Army.
You play like a detective or whatever.
Coming out June 19th. Then we had No Sleep for Kanem. There you go. date from AI. July 25th. Then we got a new little snippet of Reanimal, which is that cool looking game from the Little
Oh
Nightmares
yeah.
guys, coming out sometime 2025. Fortnite, obviously, coming out Switch 2. Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer, coming out June 5th. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam, coming out 2025.
Still no hard date. Yeah.
Yeah, no hard date for that one yet. Yeah, didn't really get a deep dive on this. This was a quick like montage of a lot of games. So, Tamagotchi Plaza Nintendo Switch 2 edition coming out June 27th. Human Fall Flat 2 coming out sometime. No date on that one actually. Might not be this year. And then we get into what was probably the most surprising thing at the direct: the Dust Bloods, new FromSoft title, directed by Miyazaki.
Close.
Miyazaki, whatever. Really bad with Japanese names.
You almost got it.
Coming out sometime in 2026. Daniel, this is very interesting. Obviously, Bloodborne vibes, super strong with this one. Now, they're saying this is some type of PvP, VP game.
Yeah.
So you're fighting people, and you're fighting bosses and
enemies,
monsters and shit. And then you're running around through friends, but you can fight friends. Not entirely sure here.
I don't know if you can go in with your friends. I think you just go into a match.
Okay.
Something.
Interesting. Daniel, how you feeling about this one? FromSoft, they just do not stop.
Yeah, we got 2 multiplayer projects announced in the same year.
Switch
right?
2 exclusive, by the way.
Yeah, that's I think the most interesting part is that it's at least a timed exclusive. I doubt it will be a full exclusive. From usually doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, the fact that it's Miyazaki directed, maybe. Yeah, the biggest thing is that Miyazaki this is directed by him. Yeah, I definitely need to see more about this game. Kind of see how Night Rain works as well. See how that game performs and how it does. But I'm pro like From Software trying different things because like there's no way Miyazaki's not directing the next single player game. Like I guarantee he was doing both at the same time. He's done that before. Yeah, I'm curious about it. I'm not as excited as I would be for a single player game, but
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, FromSoft has earned the right to do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? You guys want to go off and make a multiplayer thing, more multiplayer focused thing. I mean, that's such a huge part of these games, anyways. Like, dude, you talk to like casuals that play these type of things, casual gamers, and I don't mean that as like a bad term, but like, they're all playing with their friends.
Yeah.
It's like the multiplayer is such a big part of these games already that it kind of makes sense that they would go a more multiplayer route and focus and hone more in on that for people, because people use that all the time. I don't know if I'm interested. It's you kind of lost me with the whole PvP PvE thing. It's
then
I gotta see more what it is. It's.
Well, I don't remember how do you feel about Night Rain then? Does this sound more interesting or less than Night Rain?
This sounds more interesting to me than Night Rain. But okay. I gotta see more of what this one is. Night Rain, I'm not gonna play, but it's cool. I mean, like I said, they can do whatever they want. They don't necessarily have to make games for me. It's fine. But it's I can't lie, it did kill my hype for it. Like I was excited seeing the trailer, and I was like, oh, that looks fucking awesome. And then hearing that it's a PvP PvE thing, I was kind of just immediately like, oh, not that interested then. Especially in Switch, it being a Switch exclusive. That's kind of the last place I would want to play something like that,
Yeah.
A very heavy multiplayer focused thing. It's like, I don't know. That's you teamed up with the wrong company for that one, in my opinion.
At least a more hardcore multiplayer,
right?
Like casual multiplayer, you go to Nintendo for.
Yeah,
but
and especially if this is just like a super heavily, you need to be playing multiplayer at all times thing. Switch is really a bad spot for that. Like this should launch on PC day one, if.
Yeah,
at the very least, PC. If that's the focus here, I don't know. I just need to see more. I'm not completely writing it off. I mean, the style is beautiful, right? It just oozes fucking aura and vibes and all that, right? And it's just like
Castlevania vibes.
Yeah, the Castlevania vibes are there. The Bloodborne vibes are there, and it all just like looks super cool. But it's just, what is this game actually? I just need to see what this actually ends up.
Or that stupid guy with a jetpack that I was laughing at. You know?
I like the moon. I was like, oh, that's cool.
The moon was the moon
If
was
they were
interesting.
gonna team up with Nintendo, though, it's like, man, you guys should have made like a Zelda one, you know, like a Zelda
Mm.
Souls game, you know, something like that, or use one of their IPs or something fun like that, you know. It's but yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not completely writing it off, but yeah, I can't lie, my excitement did die down after seeing the whole PvP PvE thing. But let's see what they make here. I don't know. Maybe it's cool. Maybe I'll be super into it. No idea, but
Mm.
yeah, I don't know. Let's see what this game actually is, what it plays like, what you're actually doing, and then I'll make up my mind. All right, yeah. The Dustbloods, like the name.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah,
Crazy Nintendo lockdown FromSoft. I mean, that's just a fucking insane thing, right?
Even
like,
for a timed exclusive,
right? Yeah. Like I think that was like the last thing we were all expecting was a new FromSoft title here. So yeah, fucking cool. All right, next thing they announced then was Kirby Air Riders coming out sometime in 2025. So should be a fall game, I'd imagine.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Yeah, either maybe even like somewhere around Pokemon, like either before. So I'm thinking Pokemon's November, so I'm thinking like either October or December. It's
If
kind
they
of what I'm.
do, like we were saying, get every month, get like one big title every month. I guess this could even be December. Yeah, December would make sense, right? Yeah. So I guess, I mean, if you're counting the wheelchair game, so what are we thinking? Prime 4 August, maybe wheelchair game September. What would be October then?
I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know, because we were even thinking about like that next level games having a game, and
Yeah,
it maybe being Luigi's Mansion.
I feel
That could be
it
the
would have been
October game,
announced here though.
but it would have been here
Yeah,
probably, right?
yeah,
Like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they skip a month, but who knows?
yeah. Maybe skip October, leave it for GTA or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then or just rely on third parties, right? I mean, they got so many of
Hmm.
these third party games coming out that wouldn't surprise me either. Yeah, Kirby Air Ride was on GameCube, I believe. So
Yeah.
been a
I
very
never
long
played it.
time since this. Interesting that they're releasing two kart racer like games in the same year.
I mean, Air
So
Ride's got to be
close to each
different,
other.
you know?
Yeah, I get it. You're on a fucking airship, but still ultimately
I mean,
a
F-Zero's playable
racer,
now too, right?
right? Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I hope this is good. I mean, this is the Smash guy, right? So it should be good.
This is Sakurai, yeah.
Yeah,
Like
it's his next
he's
game.
getting a break from Smash for a
This
bit.
guy just loves Kirby, don't he?
I mean,
Love that
he's
pink
like
little
the
gumball.
father of Kirby pretty
Right,
much. So
yeah.
he
Okay.
loves Kirby.
Yeah, hopefully this is cool. I wish we saw like gameplay or whatever, or maybe people are going hands on with this if it is this year. But I don't know. Maybe Nintendo keeping that one a little bit closer to the vest and show it off later in the year. I can imagine we're teed up for a big direct in June still, right? Like their traditional summer
Probably.
direct, you know?
Or June
Yeah.
or July, yeah.
Maybe get a tease of whatever a big game is next year, and see some gameplay of this and stuff like that. And then
For
obviously
sure.
the
I agree.
console will be launching right around there.
Yeah. Or maybe they do it a little after, kind of let the console launch breathe, and then kind
Sure.
of like maybe end of the month, maybe.
Hey, here's the next cycle of Switch games
Yeah.
that you can get
Momentum.
excited for, and yeah, get some more sales going out there and stuff like that. All right, and then the last game, big one that showed up, Donkey Kong Bonanza, coming out July 17th, 2025. It's a new 3D Donkey Kong game, Daniel. Not Mario. It is Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he hasn't had a
The
3D
time of the
game
Kong.
since 64.
Signs were there, Daniel. The signs were there. The signs are there. You know what made me pull the trigger on Fantasy Critic was the shoes, the Nike shoes. Have you seen the Nike shoes? They're
No.
Donkey Kong themed Nike shoes. I saw that like a month ago, and that's when I picked this up on Fantasy Critic because I was like,
because of Nike.
because of the fucking shoes. I was like, okay, they're making Donkey Kong shoes now. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's funny too because if you look on Nintendo's Twitter account, they've just been promoting Donkey Kong Country HD for like the last 3 months, every fucking day. Donkey Kong Country HD, Donkey Kong Country HD. They got the fucking Rizzler to do a fucking advertisement for Donkey Kong Country HD. Why are you guys going so heavy on Donkey Kong? And it all just makes sense now. The Rizzler is the Costco guy, the little one. He's the little face, the Rizzler.
I feel like I've seen the name. I don't know.
It all, the redesign, the fucking Donkey Kong Universal Park thing. It was all
That's
there.
a big deal.
It was all there. Nintendo was just trying to tell us, hey guys, there's a Donkey Kong game
There's no
coming.
3D Mario.
There is no 3D Mario. It seems so obvious now. Daniel. All right, here it is. Donkey Kong Bonanza 3D game. All Star. This game looks fucking awesome. I think it looks rad. I love that they're making a 3D Donkey Kong game here. I love that you can just smash everything to pieces. It looks like like he went through. I saw this like video of him going through like a whole rock, like a whole big boulder, and he smashed that whole thing to pieces. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, what are we doing here? Yeah, I love the art style of it. I think it looks very fun. I think you could tell that this is the Odyssey team because it looks graphically like Odyssey a
Yeah,
little bit.
I have like a gameplay thing I want to ask because like I'm seeing things, but I'm not like deep diving into what I'm seeing. So like, okay, how open is this? That's my first question for you. How open is this game?
I have no answers for you, Daniel. I have
Okay,
zero
so you don't have any answers
information.
at all.
No,
Okay,
other
okay,
than what
never
I've
mind.
seen
Then I
in
won't.
like the
Then I
trailer.
won't really ask any questions because
Yeah,
I have questions for
there's
this
stuff
game. But like,
coming out
how open
today.
is it?
Like
Yeah,
it doesn't seem
like
like an open world thing. It seems like levels.
so it's level based. Is it more like
Seems
Odyssey where
level
like you
based.
go to planets and then like you can like
I'm guessing with the amount of different scenery we saw, it's like we saw a lot of different looks. So I'm guessing it's not like a big giant open world thing, but
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know exactly. I could try to find out more info for you.
Yeah, my second question is like with these levels, like it seems like you can go you can like travel down, right? You can like climb up because he has like a climb up ability. But like how deep are these levels? Like
Right.
are you like actually drilling like I'm
I
sure
also
there's a lot of
wonder if
secrets
that's
in
like
some of
only in like set spots.
Yeah, that's what
Like,
I'm
are you gonna
curious
see
about.
like a
Yeah.
mark on the ground and then smash down on that and then
Or
go into
secret.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or can you just like literally smash everything and like fuck up an
Yeah, it's just
entire
like
level?
teardown, right?
Right.
Teardown's awesome. You could like rip apart everything. Or like even a Minecraft or whatever. So it like is it like that? Like am I able to like drill down and then climb back up and just find secrets everywhere?
I don't
Or
know. Yeah.
bananas or whatever?
I
I
mean,
guess
I'm looking
the
on Twitter, so like right here, he's like, and you probably can't even see that, but like,
I can
he's
see a
like,
little bit.
he's picking up a rock and he's throwing it at like this thing, and he's making a new platform with that. But then he's also smashing down on that rock, and then he can like throw that as well.
Mm.
I don't know. Very interesting. I mean, they're doing a lot here, so I don't know. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see when this thing actually comes out.
Yeah.
And obviously, people are playing it today, so we're gonna get more and more information. But it doesn't look like everything is smashable, but it looks like a lot of things are.
Yeah.
If I had to
Okay.
guess.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm very excited for this game. You know, I love like the Donkey Kong Country games. I never really played 64. I've never really been that type of like 3D platformer guy. Like I never really got into the collectathon ones. Never really got into Banjo or Conquer, like any of those rare collectathons. Ukulele, that first ukulele game. Um, but just a regular 3D platformer with Donkey Kong. It's kind of more like a 3D Mario with kind of like a twist, not being like precise platforming and more about his strength. And, I'm all down for that. This definitely isn't going to be a 3D Mario tier game as much as I'm probably going to love it. Um, but hey,
Why
I
not?
don't even know where I just don't think it's going to be.
Really?
Yeah,
I think
this
if
is
it's
not going to
made by the
be.
Odyssey team, I think it
It's
is.
going to be great.
It's like I
I
don't
don't
know.
think
I
this is.
see so many people disappointed that there is no 3D Mario, and it's just like
Oh, I don't care about that.
no, but it's just like people are just like I don't like what is the difference really? Like obviously different move
Um,
set and all that. You're not getting the
yeah,
triple jump and like you don't get. But like what were you looking for in a Mario's character progression in fucking 3D Mario? No, it's just like it's just a different skin 3D Mario. It's I don't really see the difference. I don't see why it couldn't be a 3D Mario level type of game.
sure. Yeah.
I know there's bias with Nintendo and all, and like a 3D Mario could just get shat out and it would get like a 99 on Metacritic or whatever. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna get that because it is a Donkey Kong game, but I see no reason it couldn't be the quality level of a 3D
Oh no,
Mario.
no, oh, no, that's not what I mean. The quality level. I mean, this game will be amazing. It will have a level of quality that we just don't see on most games. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like for me, Odyssey was like my game of the year that year. I don't think this is that. Like, I don't think that this is going to be better than Odyssey. You know. or like Galaxy, right? Something like that. But it's going to be a great 3D platformer. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
I'm not disparaging the game at all. Like I am very excited for it. I just don't think it's going to be like that level. You know, like when you're trying to compare it to Odyssey, like to me that's like you're comparing it to one of the best games of all time. I just don't know if it's going to be quite that. You know,
Would
but
you
we'll
have
see.
expected a 3D Mario to be that?
Yeah. I think from what I'm seeing so far, it's not quite there. But it doesn't mean when I play it, maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know.
Okay, interesting.
I think this might be a game I need to get my hands on for it to like change my mind, right?
Okay.
Because like yeah, you don't have the movement of Mario, and I think that's kind of what separates Mario from like other 3D platformers. You know, is like Mario feels so good to play when you're playing as him. So like this new version of like Donkey Kong with his climb and his picking up mechanic and stuff like that, and his like dig down mechanic. How good does that feel compared to like for his game compared to like how Mario feels in Odyssey with the hat and all that. So that's kind of what I won't know until I'm playing it, you know.
Okay.
Like this game could be my game of the year. I don't know. As much as me and you we're 3D platformer guys, you know. Like at the end of the year, you think we'd be arguing this for number 1 or like right there?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously we're gonna have
You
to
know what I'm
play it,
saying?
but I'd
Because like where are
imagine.
you
I
at?
mean,
You know?
I'm expecting this to be of the quality of Odyssey. I think
Mm,
this is the Odyssey team making this, and I'm expecting it to be that
yeah.
good. You know, that's where I'm at. I think it looks awesome too. You know, obviously you got to get your hands on it and play it and see how much you actually like it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I see no reason this shouldn't be one of the 6 games that's in Game of the Year conversation at
Ooh,
the end
that's a
of it.
good that's a
You
see,
know,
now we're kind of getting into the
yeah,
meat
like
of
I
like
see no reason it shouldn't be that.
so what right now, what do we predict is Nintendo gonna have 2 of those? You think Cart would be
They
there
might have fucking 3. You know,
with Prime?
with
Cart Prime
Prime.
in this?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think Prime and this are probably the leaders for that. I think Kart's going to be a little more difficult considering it is just a
A little
kart
more
racer.
casual. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's going to be a little bit more difficult to get in. But hey, if it's good enough, I mean, why the fuck not? I do
Well,
think
let's
that.
side tangent. What do we think the 6 gonna be? Now I wanna talk about this.
Does GTA come out this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, everything we know comes out this year.
Okay.
What's the top 6? GTA.
Yeah, GTA, obviously.
Is there any nailer? The Yote? Monster Hunter? Split Fiction?
Yeah, that's the problem, right? It's gonna be hard with Split Fiction, Monster Hunter, all the early games that have already come out. It's gonna be hard with that. That's Stranding, you know. I don't know
That has a chance?
how much Keeley likes them too. I don't know. We're too early to tell. If I had to guess though, I'm gonna say GTA, Donkey Kong, Prime 4, Yote, Split Fiction.
Monster Hunter?
I don't know if Monster Hunter gets in there, you know.
I'll get you
Monster Hunter is one of those that has come out, and I have just like, does anyone have anything good to say about it? You know, I know it reviews super
Oh my
fucking
god,
highly,
yeah.
but like, dude,
Yeah,
even Sims was on here when you were gone that one week, and he was talking about it. I was just like,
because he had complaints.
do any of you like this game? Like, I'm just
But they're
like,
still playing. That's how we used to
right.
play Destiny, remember? We
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
hate it,
yeah.
but
That's
we'd
a
still
good
be playing
point.
it all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like all you guys do is complain about it. I love it
Yeah.
though. You know, it's like
Mhm.
okay. Do you?
So I'll give you my 6 then, because
Yeah.
it sounds like you're I think Monster Hunter will be there.
Okay.
Split Fiction, um, Death Stranding, GTA, Donkey Kong, and Mario Kart.
Interesting. Okay. No Prime.
I don't think Prime makes it.
Yeah.
I think where Prime it's gonna hit Prime is that less people are gonna play it.
Mm.
I think that's the big
Is
problem with Prime.
but like reviewers though, you know.
That's where it's give or take, right? I don't know.
I can
It's
guarantee you less people are gonna play Prime and buy Prime, but like
yeah,
reviewers, I kind of think they're all play Prime, you know.
that's fair. That's I guess yeah, that's a tough one there though. But
Yeah.
yeah, Nintendo has a chance to maybe have 3 games in that top 6.
Yeah.
That's
Should
wild.
be a first, I think, for a publisher. At least in like
Yeah,
this new
Nintendo's had
era
2
of
before,
at least in
Odyssey
like
and
the
Breath of the
new
Wild.
era of game of the year, right? Or Game
PlayStation has had
Awards.
2 before, Spider-Man, God of War,
Yeah, I think also Ghosts and Last of Us Part 2, right?
Ghost and Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
PlayStation has had that one. Yeah, is that it? I'd have to, I guess, go through. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to go through. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, they could be
Oh,
the first time.
PlayStation again, Horizon and God of War
Oh, in 22. Yeah, yeah.
in 22. I don't
Yeah.
think Nintendo's done it another year, but yeah,
Yeah,
this
we'll
would be
see if they can
interesting.
actually get
A lot
3
of
in there.
games.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that'll be a holdup though too when they're all discussing this. Is like, Nintendo's already
We
got
want
2. Do we
3
want 3?
games.
Yeah, I think that'll be difficult if they
Would you
can
rather
pull
not
that off.
celebrate a different game? Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's why I think Cart will probably be the one to get left off. But
That's
I
a
don't know.
fair point. Yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see how that all
Yeah.
ends up shaking out. I guess we don't even fully know everything that's
I
coming out
mean,
this year. I
is
do
there any
gotta
way that
say, I
those
really like that Nintendo isn't relying on Mario and Zelda for this launch. It's
Sure.
more they kind of are with Cart, but it's more like
But Mario's just not he's not like Kart's weird because Mario is the face, but he's not.
Right. Yeah, it's
Like
if Switch 1 was Zelda and Mario leading the forefront of charging this thing and getting sales and all that, it is now Metroid and Donkey Kong, which I really like. I think that's awesome.
that's such a good point, and that's weird. I
Yeah,
guess
it
you
is
could say
very weird.
Pokemon. I guess you could say Pokemon. They have that,
Sure.
which will
Yeah.
sell a lot.
Right.
You know?
Pokemon and Mario Kart are kind of like the always there, and
Mhm.
like you kind of need those to get the casual audience in, but it's just like Donkey
And
Kong
you
and
got the
Metroid
DK
are
and the
kind of
Prime.
leading the forefront
Yeah.
of selling this thing, and I think that's really cool that they're relying on something else other than Zelda and Mario.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a way that our top 10 this year is going to have 4, maybe 5 Nintendo games.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we'll see
That's
how like that
wild.
Kirby game is. I mean, obviously
Yeah,
the
Kirby,
fucking
Pokemon,
wheelchair game
Prime.
will be up there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
DK and Kart. Like, I mean, who knows?
yeah, it's a lot, man. All right, pre-orders go live April 9th. So how is
Some
Sims
people are doing
saying
it
he already
today.
got it? How's
I was
Sims?
seeing multiple people get things
What is
today.
Sims
I
on?
think
Sims
it
on like
might be
some
a
janky
UK thing,
website? Oh, okay.
probably.
UK thing
With
maybe.
Sims, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
That
that wouldn't
man's
surprise me at all.
some
That
dude in a
guy
trench
is.
coat in the corner was saying he could buy a Switch 2 from him. You know, that's where he
That's
got it.
exactly what he's fucking doing.
Holding up his trench coat. Here are the Switch
He
2s.
doesn't even fucking buy one. He just buys some random
No, it's
ass
got a
thing.
Sharpie with a 2 on it. Sims is like, I
It's
got a
fucking
Switch
awesome,
2.
guys. He still can't play Wind Waker.
Oh my god.
All right. What's your plan for pre-order? Are you trying to get one next week or?
I have no way to be able to get one next week.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of hoping within the next, couple months that like their pre-orders kind of they pace out pre-orders.
Mm, like
If
phases.
that, yeah, and like they don't hold everything right away next week, and I hope that it's seeming hopefully Nintendo takes it a little more seriously with keeping demand or keeping product for the demand because Switch
Yeah.
One was pretty rough for a while there. Hopefully they're ready for that. It is a more expensive console, so maybe more. You would think less people might want to buy it, but hey, it's the Switch. Who knows? It's probably going to sell out constantly. So I'm gonna try
Yeah,
within
I'm
the
gonna
next month.
try my
Probably.
damnedest.
I just don't have the funds.
I'm okay with not having it launch day. I want one by the time Donkey Kong comes out. So
That's
that'll
a
be
good point.
that'll be
Yeah.
my goal. It's like I can live with not playing Mario Kart launch day. I want that Donkey Kong day one though. So that'll be my goal. Hopefully it's not too hard to get. I'm ready to go with a pre-order. So yeah, it's just I'd imagine it's still gonna be somewhat difficult to get one. So
Where are you gonna try to get it
hopefully
at?
it's not too hard.
Any place, or is there a
Anywhere
particular?
at this point, anywhere I
Yeah.
can. Really is I don't really care where at the moment, but yeah, so anywhere I can really. It's I would prefer Amazon just so it just shows up at my fucking door, right? But
You could do Best Buy or Walmart's
yeah,
website.
yeah, you could ship it through there anywhere. So yeah, really anywhere I can try to get my hands on. I'll be looking out on April 9th trying to get one of these. So see if I can secure one.
I hope you do.
Me too. Yeah, I would like one launch day, but like I said, I wouldn't be too
We'll just have
fussed
to see how
about
those
it.
pre-orders work,
Yeah.
and like how maybe they'll just keep doing them up until launch, So who knows?
Yeah. All right, cool. Let's just get into what we've been playing real quick. What have you been playing, Daniel?
Like 5 hours or so more of the Like a Dragon Pirate game.
Okay.
Played some last night. Um, yeah, I'm not like super far. Like I haven't like moved chapters at all because they kind of open it up into kind of chapter 2 when you get to Hawaii. There's a lot of side quests in Hawaii and a lot of like little side things to do. So I've been trying to just kind of do all those, and they've been slowly like trickling out a little bit more of them. They have like these bounties you can go and like fight these guys all around the town. So I've been doing that to get money, and doing the side quests now. They also have like that bond. If you remember in 8, there's like those pink like hearts where you go and like have the conversations with your like party members and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They have that with like the boy that's with you the whole time. So I've been trying to like hit those two and doing some of the side quests. So that's kind of where I'm at. Not really doing a lot of main plot things right now. Just trying to get all the sub stories done at a good pace. I think I'm done like over a third of them. I think there's only like 30 sub stories in this one. So still pretty meaty, like a dragon game, even if it's probably a little bit shorter than 7 and 8, you know. But yeah, I'm still loving it. The combat feels so good, especially for that action combat, you know. It's definitely the best it's ever been. But yeah, it's pretty much all I've been playing. I haven't really had the time, you know.
Okay, cool. I've been playing more Liza P. I did not beat it. I think I'm on the final boss. I don't know. I can't tell if it's the final boss. It feels like the final boss.
It feels like it, yeah.
Yeah, it feels like it, but it also could be one of those things where it's like, oh, there's actually one more up ahead type of thing.
Sure. Yeah.
You go through like this giant castle at the end, and yeah, getting through that was definitely a trek, and yeah, I think I'm like at the top of the castle, so I'm like, it's gotta be the fucking end, and it like felt like a final boss.
Well, the true ending of Bloodborne, you fight the guy, and if you get like the stuff for the true ending of Bloodborne, then you fight the moon presence.
Oh, then you fight another guy.
So,
okay.
So it's like that. It could be that case.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I am like a bit stuck on the final boss right now. It's definitely a tough one. But like it's like I'm like at that point where like I think I can beat him if like everything goes my way during the fight, you know? Like I luck out and everything gets there. That's always the best when it's like it doesn't feel like, oh, there's no fucking way I can do this. When it kind of feels
how many
like
health items you got?
I have 6 right now. So
Okay.
good
Maybe
amount.
try upgrading those. Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, there's this whole other system that you upgrade through those with. So I could do that. That's the thing is like I can go back and get some more items and some other stuff that'll help me with this boss if I want to. If I need to, I should say. And yeah, so there's a few things I could do there. But yeah, like I was saying, it's always the best when the boss feels like beatable, you know? Like
and then you're right there.
Yeah, when it's like, oh, okay, I could do this if certain things go my way during the fight. I could definitely do this. It's always a little demoralizing when you fight a boss and he kills you in like 3 hits and you're just like,
yeah, that means you need to upgrade.
Yeah, I can't do this. You know, it's there's a couple of those that I ran into towards the end of the game more. It definitely got harder at a certain point in this game. I was just like, oh god, we're really.
How's like your weapon upgrade? Like
good. I got like the base weapon all the way maxed, and then you can upgrade like the handle as well. And I don't have that part, but you can like switch out different handles with the weapons. So like right now I have like the base sword, but I have like a fire handle thing from like a different sword that I took off of that, and then you can like combine the two to kind of make it a little bit stronger, and it'll kind of do some like unique things. Like you can like get one that like electrocutes the enemy or something like that. Obviously that all like runs out and has like its own bar. But that's cool. I got an arm with like a shield on it, which is cool. It's like a shield like rose out of it, and yeah, that was cool. It's actually gave me like way more room to block with because my stamina wasn't like super great. So I couldn't block for like super long, but this gives me like a whole nother bar with that. On top
you
of
feel like
that.
you're doing enough damage?
Yeah, I'm definitely doing enough damage, especially with even in this game, it's more about staggering and then getting that one big hit with a lot of the enemies.
So more Sekiro.
Yeah. It's I didn't play Sekiro, but yeah,
it's all about that poise system in Sekiro.
Yeah. You kind of want to get your stagger up all the way, and then
I need to play Sekiro.
Figure out how to stagger that enemy. I do too at some point. But then figure out the quickest way to stagger the enemy, and then get like the one big hit on them, and then kind of go from there. Because like the first part of this final boss, I can always get them down and get them staggered, and then that'll pretty much just get me to the second part of the boss, the second half of them. And then once I get there, I just haven't really figured out the second half of the boss yet, because I just haven't, I either die before I get there, or I get there and I'm just like trying to figure them out still.
Have you been able to do a run where you're not using a health item in the first phase?
No, because he normally always gets me with a couple, but I've had like 4 left by the time I've gotten to the second phase, which is pretty good. So yeah, if I can just get a bit more practice in with the second phase and kind of figure him out a bit more, then I should be fine.
Is this boss huge, or do you
He's
struggle with the bigger ones, or you
guy.
just struggle with the humans?
The bigger ones, I typically figure out the bigger ones quicker, you
Me
know?
too.
Like, the bigger ones are typically the ones where it does feel a little demoralizing, where they kill me in like 3 hits, but I'll typically figure them out a bit quicker, like how to get around them, how to stagger them a bit quicker, etc. And then with the human bosses, it's more like just like I can beat this guy, but like things just need to go my way. And
that's the same with From Software games. When you see a human guy, you're like, all right, this fight's gonna be tough.
The human fights are always the most epic, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because it just feels like a one-on-one duel, instead of when you're just fighting like a giant monster and you're just like, okay, what the fuck is this thing? Well, the giant monsters, though, it's just like, okay, figure out how to get behind them and then get a fuck ton of hits in
their legs.
Yeah. and then continue on. There's this one guy, it was really interesting. He's if you hit his right leg, he like charged up this electricity move every time you hit the right leg, so it would like charge up more if you accidentally hit the right leg. Then the left leg did a lot of damage because it was like his right leg was like covered by like this crystal stuff, and then the left leg wasn't, so you kind of had to aim for the left leg only. But if you accidentally hit the right, he's gonna get you with a fucking big ass hit eventually if you did it like 3 or 4 times. So it was an interesting one where I kind of had to roll around and try to figure that out. There's like a specter in this game. It's kind of just what's supposed to be the online thing in FromSoft games where you call someone in, but it's not. It's just an NPC.
FromSoft do that too.
Yeah, they're not in front of every. Oh, do they do that with just a regular NPC?
They do just.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, they do like in-game people you can call in.
Oh, okay.
Just
like, yeah, you're right. People. Like in the Radon fight and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's exactly like that. So then, yeah, you call someone in, but they're not in front of every boss. It's just specific bosses. So, luckily, this final boss does have him, which is nice. But man, he just dies so fucking quick. From this final boss. Like, if the final boss starts aiming at him, it's over. Because like he's just gonna stand there and get fucking smacked around.
Can you heal the NPCs?
So you can get this special thing that like has a bunch of different items that you can have for the Spectre for the NPC. So like there's like. But you gotta go to this tree and get this fruit, and then give the fruit to a guy.
Of course.
And then the guy gives you this item. Yeah. So, but the tree only lets you grab the fruit off it once every like I think it's like 15 minutes. But you got to be at that tree by the time the timer runs out.
The tree only produces so much fruit.
Right, yeah, which makes sense, But every 15 minutes, it's a fast-growing tree if you think about it.
It's a fast-growing tree.
It's the golden fruit, So, so yeah, I don't have any more of the fruit at the moment, so I got to go back to the tree. But you get 8 fruit every time you go to the tree, which is enough to buy.
And it's
like 2 or 3 of the items to heal your Spectre. There's also you can also buy items from that guy that'll like heal you during a boss fight, so you could like make it so this item will heal your Spectre gradually throughout the boss fight, or it will heal you gradually throughout the boss fight.
Are there unlimited Spectre summons? Or do you have to actually have
so you get these
like
things,
an item to use them?
No, you get these things called star fragments that you load them at, but like I have so many at this point that I'm pretty much unlimited. I have like 50 on me, so it's just like okay. I have 50 tries with this guy in the boss fight, and there's a very easy way to go get more of those too. So those are just randomly dropped by
if you're losing to that boss 50 times, there are other issues.
Yeah, there are other issues there. Yeah, probably go level up a little bit.
Yeah.
I am at the point though where like leveling up is just taking so long where it's just kind of pointless. Where it's just like, all right, I'm not gonna go and fucking sit there and grind all these different levels. I'd rather just figure out a different way to beat this boss. And worst comes to worst, I'll just look up a fucking cheese. There's always a good cheese if you want one. Stand in a fucking corner. He can't hit you there, whatever, some type of shit like that. Or there's always a cheese with like the arm in this game. It's like get the fire arm, go stand in this corner or whatever, and then fucking just light his ass on fire. Do something like that. There's a lot of like throwables in this game too. There's like cluster grenades that you can throw, and like fire bomb things you can throw, and you could go and buy a bunch of those if you wanted, and then just start chucking shit at them. They don't do like a lot of damage specifically on bosses, but
It's more about hitting
they'll
weak
get the
points
job
and
done.
stuff.
Yeah, there's one that like electrocutes them, and that dude, one boss I bought like 5 of those and went to the boss, and he was a puppet boss, so like you could if you electrocute him, he'll get stunned for a while,
Mhm.
and yeah, I was just chucking those at him, running up, slashing away, running back, chucking another one. It was great time.
Yeah, get up, punk.
Yeah.
Just
I'm sure, you know.
get up, come on.
So yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I should beat it fairly soon here. And yeah, I'm gonna move on to something. I don't know what, but South Midnight getting alright reviews, so I might check that out.
Hmm. Yeah, I saw that one review was there. I didn't really look yet to
What's it at?
how it's reviewing right now.
It's at a 78 on OpenCritic right now, so not bad.
Okay. I mean, it's a solid game.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Definitely a lot of games coming out. It might kind of get overshadowed, but
Yeah, April's a busy month.
mhm.
But all right, that'll do it for the Nerd Gods podcast episode. What the fuck were we on? 269. Thank
There
you
you
all
go.
so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/Nerdic Gods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. Anyway, anything else you want to say?
We didn't talk about the magnets.
Oh yeah.
Do we even know how they work?
How strong are they? Really? You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hate
How
that
strong are
little
those
like jiggle you can do with
I
Switch
know.
One.
That's kind of what I'm getting. Yeah. Like, are those things sturdy?
Yeah.
Though the button to release them looks pretty big. Hopefully, you're not hitting that when you're holding the triggers and
Accidentally
stuff.
do that. Yeah.
Because like on the regular Switch, they're just not two little buttons.
Hit them both
And
by
you just
accident. Fuck, thing falls on the ground.
yeah, and then you're out of $1,000.
Yeah. You just lost everything, you know. Your copy of
Mhm.
Mario Kart breaks. $80 out the window. Fuck it.
Insane.
Going to $80.
Yeah.
Remember when
Are you ready?
Remember when games cost 50?
Yep. I remember when that went up.
That was a good time. It was a good
Yeah.
days, man. We should have been more thankful for that time. I guess I mean you do always hear about the older people though, where it's like, whoa, back in my day, NES games cost fucking
That
$90,
sucks to be you,
and it's like,
dude.
fuck, man, I don't want to go back to those. I don't want to
Nope.
go back to that. We don't
We're
need
getting there.
that. God, we really are getting there now. That sucks. All right, people. We will see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.